Hello guys, Arcane here. I just want to take some time to tell you guys that we have a Patreon set up for the channel. It's an additional way you can support us. So I will put the link in the YouTube cards and in the description. Thanks for checking it out and I hope you enjoyed the video. I left Gahel, who was getting further away, behind and looked for a way out as he would want me to. Even while waiting for Gahel at the dungeon entrance, I couldn't lift my head due to worry and distress. Dungeon bodyguard mercenaries are already very well aware that the job might cost them their lives, but I had grown attached to Gahel. And what made it even more painful was that I strangely felt I had experienced something similar before, and yet was not able to remember what it was. Should I at least look for his body? Just as I was about to re-enter the dungeon, with that thought in mind, I beheld Gahel walking out before my eyes. Gahel looks terribly exhausted, but surprisingly doesn't seem to have lost a drop of blood. Gahel! Resque. Gahel collapsed to the ground with a faint smile, perhaps feeling relieved. He grasped my hands once I rushed to him, thankfully yet to be unconscious. Let's return to the shop. Yeah. I struggled to support Gahel's body as we made our way to the teleportation magic circle. It would be better to use a special healing potion from the store rather than spending time looking for a healer. Resque arrived at the store, groaning as he dragged Gahel's body up the stairs. Heavy. Resque laid Gahel down on the bed of his room. There were no visible bloodstains, but it was necessary to check where and how he was injured. Resque started to undress Gahel. Ooh. I can do this much by myself. Strip him forcefully. There's only one option, so let's do it. Gahel tried to stop Resque's hand, but his muscles didn't obey him. That part is... Oh, okay. Just, take off all his clothes. Eventually, Gahel, who had even his underwear taken stripped away by Resque's hand, closed his eyes in shame. Oh. Resque took out the special healing potion hidden under the bed. Judging by your inability to move, it seems like you've indeed overworked your muscles. In order for the muscles to absorb the potion... I poured the potion on Gahel's body after weighing my options. If I massage the potion into the muscles and make it absorb directly into the body... Oh, a massage. I like that. As I grabbed Gahel's arm and massaged it with my damp hands, the effect started to show. As Resque massaged Gahel's chest with both hands, Gahel's breathing became rough. However, Resque was busy touching every corner of Gahel's body to check if his muscles were okay. Oh my gosh. I can just imagine it. That must be so nice. They're harder than I thought. Gahel, meanwhile, was about to lose his mind because of Resque. Feeling that his senses were heightened with his eyes closed, he realized he'd rather have them open instead. He couldn't focus due to Resque's touch slowly moving down from his body, starting from his chest, belly, ribs, and reaching his thighs. He relaxed even a bit. He would get an erection in front of Resque. Oh. A little more gently. Does it hurt? Where? Here? Resque misunderstood Gahel's reaction and suspected there might be a problem with his veins. The moment Resque's hand gripped Gahel's inner thigh, Gahel's chicken sprang to life. Oh, okay, he enjoyed the massage, the intimate massage, so he became erect. I'm fine now. Gahel tried to put on the underwear he had dropped on the floor, but gave up. Something too big to hide was asserting itself too strongly for that. Gahel hurried out the room naked. Gahel! Gahel has apparently gone into his room. I know it's embarrassing, but if he starts moving around when he's not fully healed yet, he might tear his muscles. I picked up my armor and sword from the floor and set them down in front of the door to Gahel's room. Though technically it's not the first time I've seen it. Resque went downstairs, hiding from Gahel a memory that would make him die of embarrassment if he were to find out. A moment later, a slightly embarrassed-looking Gahel came down the stairs. Wouldn't it be better to rest a little more today? Thank you for your concern, but it's urgent that I make report about the dungeon's condition. According to Gahel's speculation, monsters that escaped from the monster colony seem to have found refuge in the dungeon. Further verification is needed, but he presumes that the monsters felt the mana aberration and were drawn to that place. This information should be relayed to the mercenary guild as soon as possible so that the dungeon's difficulty can be updated. I can go by myself. A creature from the depths of the dungeon. You'll need my testimony. After failing to turn down Gahel's insistence, we went to the mercenary guild together. The noisy mercenary guild has quieted down a bit with the arrival of Gahel. As a mercenary from Kalurian, he's sure to attract attention. Standing behind him, I was glad that Gahel's size completely obscured me from sight. Hello, Gahel. Lucas, the guild receptionist, offered a polite greeting. Gahel cut straight to the chase, talking about the monsters that swarmed the Tasia dungeon. I'll need a report. The testimony of Resque was only a preliminary description. It would be based on Gahel's testimony regarding the type and approximate number of monsters, changes in the dungeon, and extraneous details, which the report will be written. As Resque realized that Gahel had battled an even greater number of demons than he had anticipated, his expression grew increasingly alarmed. It appears that the colony's monsters have entered the dungeon, and quite a few of them. Thank you for your detailed testimony. I'll have to share this case with the Knights of Bernstein. In the worst-case scenario, a new monster colony might spawn in the dungeon. The Knights will take care of that, of course, but it's better to take fewer risks. On his way back to the shop after his testimony with Gahel, Resque bought a large cut of meat. Gahel's physical injuries were healed, but he will need mental rest. Eat well today, and get a good night's sleep because you'll be running the business tomorrow. Gahel looked at Resque and smiled broadly. Thanks. I've never seen such an innocent smile on Gahel's face. I smiled back. After yesterday's eventful day, the peaceful opening of the shop was a relaxing change of pace. Since we were closed for 2 days in a row, we had very few customers, so I was able to spend some time preparing the ingredients. It was in the middle of cleaning as an effort to calm his nerves when the door opened. Chime! A white bear entered the shop. He was dressed in robes and carrying a staff, a typical mage's attire. Seeing a familiar face, Resque immediately rushed to greet him. Welcome back! You've come at a good time. This bear, Bato, is a mage, as one might surmise from his outfit, and not just any run-of-the-mill mage, but a formally trained elite mage of the Magic Tower. If one is seeing him for the first time, they might be a little intimidated by his size, but he's actually more cuddly than meets the eye. He's more shy and reserved than he looks, but his magical proficiency is first-rate. Hey, big bro. Bato is younger than me. Unlike a knight's training, tutelage at the Magic Tower persists years until the student passes the test. And it's a testament to Bato's ingenuity that he had graduated so quickly and already had years of field experience to his name. What brings you here today? It's not a big deal. I just wanted to check in. I'll make you a cup of tea. For Bato, checking in means several things. He wants to make sure the store is okay, make sure that I am okay, and examine his condition as well. He has some knowledge of my dangerous business, and is in a position whose duty is to crack down on it, but at the same time, he owes me his life and is cooperating with me. Bato has been suffering from a serious case of mana leakage for some time now. A little mana leaking out when using magic is not uncommon, but Bato was leaking mana to the point where his magic efficiency was well below average. A weaker magic output is only the start of the symptoms. Using magic at an output matching his peers was an act akin to pouring water into a cracked basin, and using mana like that could endanger his own life.
There's something about coming here that makes me feel at ease, even though I don't come here that often.
Bato sipped his tea and murmured, "There's something about his appearance and personality that somehow makes me think of him as a younger brother." I led Bato to the back of the store. "Would you like to sit down for a minute?"
Yes.
I touched Bato as he sat in the chair, as if I was a healer examining his health. Flesh and muscle covered in white fur twitched nervously. Even if he didn't have a professionally trained body like Gahel or Elred, you can feel that the muscles were capable of mustering fearsome power. Bato is probably better at throwing punches than the average mercenary. I've never seen him in a fight myself, but I've seen the face of a black market trader who was beaten to a pulp by a Bato.
Eek!
Huh? What's wrong?
Oh, no. It's nothing.
Bato's fur is standing on end, even tenser than before. The fluffy feeling is addictive, and I want to touch him more, but I realize the job was done. The imprinting is in good condition. The leaked mana is being recovered too, right?
Yep. Thanks a bunch, big bro.
Just in case, try your favorite spell. Bato hesitated for a moment, then snapped off his staff's energy sphere. So he can even disassemble his staff like that. Bato stuck his hand into the sphere, which appeared to be made of metal. Despite its metallic appearance, the sphere fluctuated as if made of liquid as it wrapped around his fingers. It seemed Bato was using the sphere, whose form can be altered instantaneously as combat knuckles. Bato energized it by casting several types of enhancement magic on it at once.
I'm good to go.
Bato pounds his fist into the air a few times, and a menacing whooshing noise reverberated as the air was sundered. The frightening sound makes Resque's fur stand on end. That alone would be enough to kill me. So he holds back against other people. The black market trader's crushed face flashed through my mind, reminding me of Bato's strength. His physical strength is impressive, but so is his ability to simultaneously use a variety of enhancement spells to support it. It's the perfect combination of combat magic, one that hardens his weapons and accelerates his movements while dispersing the impact of the strikes he takes. Okay, so I just wanted to check the book again since I am already playing the latest version. So, is there anything new? Okay, there's already affinity and understanding here. And even the Gahel here is animated. That is cute. Elred's appearance is... Oh, okay. There he is. There is his appearance. So this is Bato. We haven't met Ryoho yet. Oh, and Lucas is here already. Lucas, he's 32. The species and class is not put here. His height is 2 meters 5 centimeters. He is 138 kilograms. The zodiac birthday, likes, dislikes, affinity, and understanding is not put here. There's just him holding paper and him not holding paper. Okay, information. What's this? I cannot read that. A shop I built with my own hands. I mainly sell potions. I'm not sure why it's written in letters that we can't read. Maybe it's supposed to be something we can't understand. But I was told that the book menu is a work in progress. So what is this? An ancient technique that few people use anymore. I learned it directly from my master. Okay, I don't know what this is, and there's Gahel 2 and Gahel 3. Just says mercenary. Oh, this is already what we saw earlier. Okay, so yeah, they said that the book menu is a work in progress. So we'll just check that out again when it's updated. How does it feel? Aren't you using too much magic? Bato returned the combat knuckles to its original state as the staff's magic sphere.
It's okay. It's only about 160 dodeca.
Ask him what that is or pretend to know and move on. Well, seeing as we're not an actual mage, I think it's good we learn about what that is. So ask him what that is. 160 dodeca? What is that? Having received no formal education at the Magic Tower, I only recognized that the term was a unit of measurement of some sort, but I didn't know what exactly it meant. Bato saw my reaction and began to explain.
It's a standard unit of mana. It's a term you'd find more often in papers than regular conversation. It's a term from the theory of the 12 manifestations of magic. But no, that's not the point. I wish I had a crystal ball to use as a standard. Oh, do you want to try it out for yourself?
Perhaps it was because the conversation was about magic, but Bato spoke with more vigor than usual. He casually grabbed Resque's hand and channeled a tiny bit of magic into it. Those really are big hands.
This is 1 dodeca. Oh wait, do I have to double it to get it to work? Anyway, it's a very small unit, so I'd have to spend at least 5 dodeca for basic magic. It depends on the spell, but usually...
Bato holds my hand tightly, then realizes what he's doing and pulls away. I think I see a blush on his white face. Thanks for the heads up. Still, the mana leakage itself is still there, so we shouldn't blindly trust the procedure. I slipped Bato a mana potion just in case. It's not something a mage would ever need, but given Bato's condition, I made him carry it as some kind of emergency ration.
Thank you, big bro. Really.
This is no big deal. It's your day off, so get some rest. I patted Bato on the shoulder and bid him farewell. He's like a little brother to me now, but I'm still a little worried about our relationship, not knowing when or what something about it will change. A relationship in which secrets are unintentionally shared from the start is like a box that was yet to be opened. The first day I met Bato, he collapsed from exhaustion right there in my shop, and I still get a little distressed thinking about it. I knew that a mage from the Magic Tower was coming to inspect the shop that day. Naturally, I had tucked away all the items that they would find a problem, so there were no problems. The real problem is that Bato suddenly collapsed while inspecting the store. Resque carried him to his room, but his condition continued to worsen. Resque became worried because there were no visible wounds.
It's because I exhausted all my mana. I'll get better if I rest a little.
What kind of mage uses mana until he collapses? In disbelief, I exclaimed, almost angrily. Resque placed his hand on Bato's chest, and he panicked and made a strange noise. Resque directly poured mana into Bato's heart.
Whoa!
Bato flailed like a fish out of water, but Resque ignored him. When he released his hand after infusing Bato with some mana, Bato scrambled to his feet and approached Resque.
Hey, this is an absolute secret. If they find out I've collapsed in the field...
Let's calm down. You did just collapse, after all. Bato sat down on the bed, his face sullen. I've been thinking this since the first time I saw you, but you're around the same age as me, right? And since you're working for the Magic Tower, I'm guessing you graduated too. Bato looked up at Resque and gave a small nod.
I'm 21 years old. I graduated 3 years ago.
What? I was surprised to find out that Bato was younger than I thought. I had assumed he was an elite young Magic Tower graduate, but I still thought of him as a fresh graduate. He's actually senior to me in terms of experience. Not that we have a hierarchy thing going on. Bato ducked his head, embarrassed by my surprised expression. I tried to get friendly for a moment to break the ice. Oh, I didn't expect it to be younger. Haha, I'm 24, but you can call me whatever you want.
Well, can I call you Big Brother?
The way Bato looks up at me makes his eyes look dewy. He's like a cute little brother, and I almost spontaneously patted him on the head. I came to my senses and decided to calm Bato down. I see. You said Bato, right? I guess you have something to hide, but don't worry. I don't know anyone in the Magic Tower anyway.
Eh? So how do you know so much about...
I have a teacher. He's a little unusual, but as a teacher, let's just say he's very capable. Bato thought for a moment, then spoke.
If you were my brother, I think I could tell you something.
Before we end the video, I would like to give a massive thank you to our patrons. Your support means more than the world to us. It means the galaxy to us. And a special shout out to AGN for becoming a Lightfall associate. Thank you so much. Check out patreon.com/arcandray07 to be a patron today. Ciao!